There we go. And welcome. Welcome to our first official First and Limitless Wednesday. I am so excited you're all here, and we are going to talk a little bit about what this is and what we're going to be doing every first Wednesday of the month. But if you've worked with me or have seen me speak, you know that the very first question I ask ever is, how are you feeling really? So I want you to take a minute, take a deep breath, and say, how am I feeling besides just good, fine, and busy? Everybody says that. If you notice, that's our default. But I want to know what we're working with here. So take a minute and just type it into the chat. One word. How are you feeling today? Really nurtured. Thank you. Accomplished, frazzled, optimistic. Thank you for sharing. How are you all feeling? This is a really powerful question because this is how you're going to listen, how you're going to engage, how you're going to show up for the next hour. So if you are feeling drained or frazzled, this is the moment to reset. How can we help shift that energy? If you're already feeling motivated, optimistic, accomplished, nurtured, bring that energy into the room so we can build a community with one another. Well, this is a really important question. Highly encourage you to ask it of each other and of yourselves. And this is something we're going to be doing pretty much every time. Awesome. I see a lot of familiar faces, but for those that may not know me yet, I'm Lindsay Benitez, and a little bit about my story, which might make sense why we're doing these calls. I'm a first generation Latina born and raised in LA. My family is from El Salvador, and I've been visiting consistently since I was about 5 years old. I live in the San Fernando Valley with my partner of 15 years and my pup, Mamba. If you follow me on social, you've probably seen him all over my Instagram. And I'm the founder of Lindsay B Coaching. I'm a certified leadership coach, speaker, trainer, and in my past life, 15 years of HR experience, which is really what I bring to everything I do because I'm on a mission to help first gen leaders feel limitless. I saw what it was like in the workplace where unfortunately a lot of us that identify as first generation don't get the opportunities, don't know how to speak up for what we want, what we need, what we deserve. So I'm bringing that HR background and expertise tied with my coaching mastery and experience. And I'm proud to share that I believe coaching is such a deep responsibility. So I am certified through the ICF. I'm an authorized partner for DISC, which is one of my favorite assessments to talk about our communication styles. And I'm a energy leadership index master practitioner, which is why I talk a lot about energy management and what that means and how to raise our energy through our communication, through our actions. So that's a lot of what we'll be talking about as well. So, first and limitless, like I said, is something I've been thinking about for a minute because I've had the great opportunity and fortune to speak to a lot of different groups. Big Brothers Big Sisters, Inroads, if you're familiar. I've spoken at my alma mater, LMU, Fullerton College, to name a few. And the theme around first generation and how our limiting beliefs that we may not even know exist within us can stop us, can limit us, can make us believe that we're not able to achieve more is a theme that I have seen way too often. And this is my gift to the community to create this community to say that we are absolutely limitless. We just need to be aware of what those limiting beliefs are, what's possible. Because the other part is we unfortunately, I don't know about you all, but I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't have people telling me how to do this. I'm a founder. I don't know anyone else in my family who's a founder. So a lot of us are building these things without any kind of roadmap or mentorship or awareness of what's even possible. So that's why we're here today. I wanted to focus specifically on first generation because our stories are all different, but there's and it spans cultures, identities, backgrounds, genders, and many of us experience these, challenges of navigating opportunities, expectations, and this is a really unique group for me because this is something that I believe is super important to make sure we're creating inclusive environments regardless of our backgrounds, again, cultures, identities, genders. Why limitless? I mentioned this, but being first is just part of our story, but it does not define our potential or limit what is possible for us. So, what to expect in these monthly calls. Each month, you're going to find a space where we're going to connect, we're going to reflect, we're going to learn, we're going to celebrate. Because one thing I've learned is that first generation leaders are not very good at celebrating themselves. So, we're going to be practicing that and doing a lot of that. And we're going to leave with new insights, meaningful connections, and renewed confidence in what's possible. And I see some people in the room that already are achieving amazing things. And I'm so excited for you to share with one another because this is how we see what's possible for ourselves and help pay it forward to others. And why now? The life, the career, the business, the new path that you're building deserves time, attention, and investment. A lot of my first gen friends are so good at helping others, but may not be as good as helping themselves. So, this is your time. We've all come so far. And unfortunately, there's a lot that might tell us that it's time to shrink, to step back, to not ask for too much, but we're not going back. We've achieved so much and we have so much more to achieve. So, my mission for First and Limitless is to empower first gen leaders and founders and professionals and anyone who identifies as first generation to build confidence, to challenge limiting beliefs, and pursue success on their own terms through coaching, community, and meaningful connection. My vision for this is that we're going to create together a visible, connected, supportive community of first gen leaders who recognize their limitless potential, redefine what's possible, and inspire others through their growth and authentic leadership. I can only reach so many people, but you all then have your communities that you hopefully will pay this forward and share with them as well. Our values for this group, first and foremost, community. We're so much stronger together. A lot of us have been sold this limiting belief that we don't need to ask for help, that we should do this on our own to prove our worth, and that is not true. This is a space where we're going to connect, we're going to support, we're going to share our collective growth, and we're going to learn that asking for help is actually a strategic strength and something that we need to do more of. Curiosity, I believe, is the number one leadership trait. So, this is where awareness creates possibility. We're going to approach with curiosity without judgment. We're going to notice the judgment that might come up, especially as we get to hear from others and their experiences, but we're going to lead with curiosity. We're going to have reflection exercises, some coaching throughout, and conversation to uncover perspectives, challenge these limiting beliefs, and see that we're not alone in a lot of these stories. And then, like I said earlier, celebration is going to be a big part of this. I don't know about you all, but talking about myself, like being humble was a big value, but we need to be able to show what's possible. And we can only do that if we learn how to celebrate ourselves and celebrate each other and our progress. So, couple community agreements. Take a look at this and read through. Want to make sure that if you're in this room, you agree to all of this. If you don't agree, feel free to hop off. But if you do agree, stay on because we have so much more ahead. But first and foremost, you're here already. Invest in yourself, show up fully, stay present, remain open to new perspectives. Find the gem. Again, listen with curiosity, look for the insight. There's always one thing that you can learn, walk away with, have that lesson or opportunity that supports your growth. Honor confidentiality. We are going to get vulnerable, open, share what you want, but we're going to respect the stories that are shared here. Please, outside of this room, do not share any personal details, experiences. Keep things confidential. Part of my gift to the community as well, I'm going to be sharing some of my own frameworks and tools and resources. So I ask you that, not to share those or redistribute those without permission. Those are just for you. We're going to support and celebrate, lead with respect, empathy, curiosity, encourage one another, ask for help, and celebrate. I can't say celebrate enough. And then last, definitely not least, paying it forward. Take what you learn here and create positive impact in your workplace, business, families, and communities. Couple things to look forward to, and I'll share this QR code again at the end, but we're going to be meeting every first Wednesday of the month. We're going to keep it simple. 5 p.m. PST. I know the time is always probably not going to fit your calendar, but if you can start to save the dates, would love to have you here because we're going to have different topics every month. And you're really going to help co-create this. What do you want to learn? What do you want to hear? Just share that with me. Future topics are listed here. And part of this, again, my gift to the community is a online community that I would love for you all to join because this is where you can access the resources we'll be talking about, recordings like this, parts of the lessons. We can talk to one another and celebrate progress. And this is where we're going to use the tool we're going to use to celebrate. So scan the QR code. We'll talk about it at the end as well. But this is where you'll create your account to get started and stay up to date with all of our sessions. Okay, I've talked enough. Thank you so much for being here, for listening. I'm super excited to get this started, and I'm going to turn it over to you all. And I'll stop recording now.